Good morning. We're starting this new week on Monday morning with a walk through the streets of Imperial Rome as the Apostle Paul has written this letter to the believers in the capital of the empire. He's challenging them, continuing this line of reasoning that, look, if the law could have made people righteous, then Jesus would not have died. If the law could make you righteous, then faith is not needed. All you have to do is put a check mark in the right box every day, all the time, and you're fine. But we all know that is not the way it works. We read in verse 23 of the last chapter that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So the law only does what the law is good at doing, and that is showing the boundaries. And in the laws showing the boundaries, I discover I've been on the wrong side of the line. I've missed the mark. So the law cannot make me righteous. It can only make me informed. Now, the information is good, but that's all it can do. It cannot make me good after I've broken the law, after I've crossed the line. And that's what Paul is saying here in chapter 4, 14 and 15. For if those who are of the faith are heirs, faith is made void and the promise is nullified. For the law brings about wrath. But where there is no law, there also is no violation. Where there's no law, there's no sin. Problem, and he's going to lay this out again, is every single one of us has in our mind, our own conscience, mind or gut or heart, wherever your conscience is. That's our own set of laws and rules. So where there's no law of Moses, there's no transgression of the law of Moses. If you've never heard of Moses, if you've never heard of the Ten Commandments or Mount Sinai, if you've never heard of any of that, then that's not the law that God will use to judge you. He's going to use the law that you have, the law that you know. And we all are pretty much aware of the truth that God has written his truth on our hearts. We know by creation what is good and what is bad, what is right and what is wrong. Now, many of us have rebelled against that truth. We have warped it and twisted it for our own comfort, our own pleasure, and yet it's still the truth. So Paul's point is this, that if you could be righteous according to the law, if you could keep the law and do more good things than bad things, and if that moved the scales of justice, then faith is unnecessary. And that's basically his point. Today, we know that the law does not make us righteous. The law cannot save us. And so we trust in God. We have faith in the identity and the activity of Jesus Christ. And that is where our hope lies. That is where we rest. That's where we find this peace that passes all understanding. That is where we find the hope of heaven itself and the hope that throughout this day, I'm not going alone. I'm going with the Savior. You're not going alone either. I want to remind you that we're not going to be doing the Wednesday night or Thursday morning Bible studies this week or next week. But I left the slide in here just to keep it in front of you. Keep reading. If you have not already read Revelation 1, 2, and 3, then please do that. That's where we're going to pick it up in a couple of weeks. God bless you. He loves you. The book of Revelation is a love letter to his church, and it's a love letter to you, just like Genesis all the way through Jude is also. So have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.